Hey horror fans, thanks for joining me for this review of Day of the Dead, the series. Cast and crew information down below. And let's see what this IMDb plot has to say, which isn't a lot. Six strangers trying to survive the first 24 hours of an undead invasion. Alright, doesn't say much. But I think many of us know, the universe they're stepping into right here. Lots of excitement for this one. I'm not gonna say I'm sure. It seemed, at least with the announcement of it, but I'm not so sure how many people really watch this or so forth. I just did a review of Chucky, and I know tons of people watched that, and there was tons of talk for that, but I failed to see much talk on Twitter and so forth about this. I don't know if people just watched and just didn't have anything to say, or what the story was there, or maybe I just missed it. I'm not going to say that I catch everything. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just didn't catch it. I don't know. This, of course, was on Sci-Fi. Kind of ran close to Chucky around the same period of time. This one got 10 episodes. Chucky got 9. How about we say we get at least 10 Chucky episodes, next time, and maybe 9 if they decide to do this again. Or like I said in my Chucky review, at least 12 episodes would be good. This one I do not know if they're bringing it back or not. I think the way it ended left some wiggle room there to bring it back. But then again, if the story kind of ended there, it would be fine either way. And maybe that's why they left it that way, because you don't know, or they don't know yet. This is coming back. Like I said with the Chucky review, I kind of gave you what the IMDb score was on that. This one got 4.5 out of 10, and only this one actually got just about a little over 1,300 ratings here. People voting on the stars or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm not guessing this was too successful. I'm gonna say that I'm a little bit disappointed. Sci-Fi has done zombies before and tended to do at least a decent job. Obviously, one of the big ones they did was Z Nation. That was fun. Kind of wore out its course by the time we got towards the back end of it. But they did a really good job with that. Obviously, this is being based on stuff that we're all familiar with. So I guess, they don't want to go too far out there. But, I think if you did watch this, I completely see why people are disappointed about it and kind of how things play out. And one of the disappointments for me was just simply the zombies and some of the kills and so forth. It didn't look as clean as you kind of hoped, or you kind of hope, maybe it was a money thing, budget. I don't know what the budget for this or whatever it was. But I thought maybe since this would air on Sci-Fi, it would have been a little bit cleaner. And there were just a couple of times where I remember, I think it was, I don't know if it was the last episode and prior to that, the zombies, ripped apart somebody, and you just could tell that it was fake. And I don't know. You guys might know that I'm, big Walking Dead fan, or at least I've seen, I'm going to say I've seen all the episodes, or nearby all the episodes. Not that I can remember every single thing about it. But I think, you watch that, you see the A+ zombie work there, and then when you go and you watch something else, sometimes it can be highly critical because you just see it's such high, high notch work there with The Walking Dead. Not that they haven't made their mistakes along the way and so forth. But then you see it here and just kind of like, Day of the Dead, and you just had hopes going into it that it would just be more solid, and that you wouldn't see stuff like that, and it would be just more cleaner. And and it just wasn't. And there were other times where it just didn't seem as clean as you wanted it. It didn't seem as natural. With the special effects. And they tried. They went out there, and like I said, that one part where they're splitting somebody in half. Great to see. Great to see the blood. Great to see them do that. But then when you kind of make it where you can just obviously see that it's fake, kind of takes this wind out of it, takes the fun out of it. As far as the characters and the story, you have people there, they're fighting for their lives. You kind of see different kind of groupings of them kind of come together, and where they are, where this kind of starts, and you're going to see where it starts and where it comes from and why it's happening, or at least why it's assuming. And then some people are there that are kind of like forcing the issue and why. And I don't want to say too much because it is new, even though it doesn't appear too many people saw it. Be somewhat spoiler free, but you have an element of that going on, that there's some bad people here that kind of know what's going on, or kind of are not going to be fighting to stop it, and more to letting it happen. So you have like all these kind of elements kind of coming together, and then you're going to have these survivors, and I on a character scale, I'm not going to say any of the acting was bad. I'm not going to say that it was super fantastic. But I don't know, between that and just the characters, there's just none that you really love. There's a couple that are supposed to get married, and that kind of left a little bit of a funny element to it. And I think in the first couple of episodes they leave some moments of humor, and then it's not as much as this kind of goes on, and then more that you find out the zombie apocalypse is here, and what is happening. But maybe in the first couple episodes that there's a little bit of a comedic error to it, and that's one of them. And you can just imagine trying to put on a wedding, and then zombies are now trying to take over the town. So you have that. Obviously, that because they're getting married, obviously one of the two is not going to make it. That kind of makes it kind of obvious, especially as you say, kind of how the events unfold there. You kind of see who isn't going to make it out of the couple. So there's nothing too shocking there. I don't know. It's just not an overwhelming story that's just going to keep you glued. I don't think any of the characters are going to keep you glued. Like I said, the zombie moments, that there are some that are good. I'm not gonna say that they're all bad, but it's just those more than I would have expected that just didn't go as well as you would have thought. Especially seeing it on Sci-Fi, you would have thought that you would just pulled it off just a little bit better. I don't know. I don't know if I'm nitpicking or I've just seen too much or what. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little disappointing in that aspect of it. What else is there to say here? Not saying too much great about it. Like I said, if they do a season 2, I'd probably be the sucker and watch it. Hopefully they would make those improvements. But given the IMDb score here or whatever, I don't know. But you never know. Sci-Fi has more room to bring something back and give it a try than maybe if this was on, say, a Netflix or an Amazon. I would doubt they would have brought this back. What else? There's also a little bit of politicking going on there. There's a mayoral, if I say that right, race going on. A race for mayor of the town. Again, that kind of adds a little bit of comedy there early on, but then you kind of get a little bit away from that as the story kind of unfolds. Even though the mayor continues to insist that she is the mayor as this goes on. And then you see somebody kind of going against her, and I think they kind of drop a little bit of politicalness on you there, which I'm just exhausted of, and I could have done without. But some people enjoy that. They also make uh, one or two statements about guns in there as well, so they throw that in there as well. And again, exhausted with that. I didn't really could have done without that as well. But it's there, so they had to squeeze it in, whatever. Um, so yeah, I don't know what else to say about here. Um, and I guess there's also um, uh, one of the characters kind of comes out and lets um, I'm trying to be spoiler free here. I guess lets their parental know that they're gay, so you kind of have that in the story as well, and kind of the reaction to that and how this person kind of deals with it in the middle of being chased by zombies and so forth. So you have that going on as well. So yeah, they're trying to give you different elements of other stuff in there, but I don't know, just nothing overall, um, fantastically, blowing me away here. Um, Besides, the moments there you get where either the zombies are being killed or zombies are killing people. But the unfortunateness of that is that it's not all done as smoothly as I wanted to. So with that, I'm just gonna give it a sad Two Pools of Blood. I really wanted more. Hopefully they, was hoping they did more. When they announced this, like I said, I was excited that they were doing another zombie thing here. It's good to see another zombie show besides The Walking Dead or in their universe. But yeah, this is a tough one. So yeah, Two Pools of Blood, and that is out of 5. And yeah, that's gonna be it. HorrorStoryReviews.blogspot.com is where you can find all of my reviews. Certainly the written reviews are there. Video ones are included there as well. But if you're just interested in the video ones, you can subscribe to the channel. Like, dislike the video, the movie, whatever, your choice. I'm not going to pressure you either way. Twitter, Facebook information down below. If you want to talk about this, another movie, horror in general. If you have something for me to review, we can talk about it there. Comment section as well, same goes there. And yeah, with that, I'm going to jump out of this review, and I will catch you on the next one, horror fans.